Hello everybody, Bubblezest here and welcome back to HOI4. In today's video we're going to be playing as France attempting to do the achievement Die Perfidious Albion. So let's begin, shall we? First up, we're going to change our garrison law over from civilian oversight to local autonomy. For our research slots it's standard electronics, industry and so on from here. For our CIDs we're going to be building more mills as France does not have many. In fact we only have 8 for now, so we're just going to be spamming guns. For our dockyard though we're going to be dumping all of these ships and just build subs. There we go, this sub will do and have it deploy into this fleet. Speaking of the navy, let's gather it all up under that fleet. Oh, this is going to drain so much of our oil, but it's so worth it to just have it in Calais now. Anyway, for France's army, let's gather it up and break it up into some equal stacks. Something like this will do, but we need to standardise this army a little bit more because we have so many templates. So with the exception of this tank division and this motorised, we're going to be changing everything over to our standard infantry division. We'll get all the equipment that we need in due time. Anyway, put them on a fallback line and have them exercise. Anyway, for focus, we're going to be doing reviving the national bloc and utilising the leagues. We're going to be creating an intelligence agency so we can eventually break British cipher, but that's all of our specialities out the way, so let's go to speed 5 and begin. Oh, why not? Let's also gather up all of France's air force together, just so it's all in one convenient place. We chose the tank division that we did because this is the one, which is not great, but compared to the other one, I'd rather have the 12 width. Anyway, now that we have our spy, we're going to see who's good and hire them. You look alright. And another goal I want to accomplish in this game today is forming a French Canada, that is a collaboration government in Canada. So instead of sending our spy to perhaps Britain, we're going to send them to Canada. Anyway, when France has an election, I think I'll go for reform rather than revolution, so we keep our stability up, because the broad coalition reduces our stability. Now we've got the leagues on side, we've got those 2 new decisions to do. The only one we're going to do is rally the leagues, because we really do need to keep our stability up. The last thing we need is a communist revolution. Anyway, it will be some time until we can do national regeneration, so we're going to start off by doing laissez-faire. I prefer the research speed boosts. We're going to be using it to try and rush dispersed 2, 3 and 4. So make sure you have something like improved machine tools and constructions done by the time this focus is done. The last thing we want to do is waste it. Now we have 40 command power, let's get ourselves a field marshal, because France's current crop of field marshals is no good. Let's do Jean Tassingy, there we go. Aggressive assaulter, and all of the good traits you'd want. Economic devolution is the way forward, we need as much output as we can get, and having minus 20% output is not good. Anyway, for our next 2 focuses, it's going to be entrepreneurship and the dynamic market. Both are very useful, and by the time both of them are done, we'll probably have enough support to do national regeneration. What? Why's this happened? We're on historical. What's Estonia doing here? That's weird. I've never seen that on historical. It'd be like if the car list rose up on historical. When Spain requests aid, unfortunately you cannot risk your political stability to help them, because look at all of that. Communism support, less political power, nah. I'd love to help you Republican Spain, but we can't today. Anyway, with our first 150 political power, we're going to go for the elusive gentleman. We need the extra spy more than we need the actual political power right now. And for more than a year of just economy stuff, it's time for national regeneration. Look at that production efficiency cap. 80%? We could set our spy in Canada to quiet intel network now. Don't really need them to get captured, do we? Oh hey, we've got the UK cipher. That's good. How has no one died in the Civil War yet? What is going on over there? And national regeneration. Right, the first thing we must do is actually change our garrison law back to civilian oversight as we lose access to local autonomy. Oh well, the extra compliance it gave us was very useful, although it did get kicked back down to 40% because of our change in government. Anyway, time for political unity. Now time for us to justify a war goal on British Malaya, when we have the political power to do so. Anyway, let's start doing collabs on Canada with our identical twin spies. There we go, commence when ready, automatically repeat, there you go. Garrisons and operations are on max priority right now. Well, that took long enough for Estonia to be gotten rid of. I can only assume it's something to do with us going non-historical that this happened, but that doesn't seem right. Because this is the only non-historical thing to happen. Gave a few more factories over to support equipment, we're going to need it. Finally, political unity. Now let's save some political power for a little bit. Don't know where that came from. We went from like 47 to 74, but whatever, I'm not going to complain. We're going to justify now on British Malaya. There we go, 235 days. Now for us, since we have 14% war support, let's begin our rearmament. We're justifying on British Malaya instead of doing something like dominate the Middle East, expand to the Suez, because this takes slightly less time. And with justifying on British Malaya, we can still continue to upgrade our economy, or get other such bonuses. 4 meals for free, pretty good. Now time for integralism. Integralism basically gives us a second silent workforce. Give a take back to Turkey, or not, doesn't really matter. So you know what, there you go. Enjoy. Speak of the devil, let's get Gaston. Right, for focus at this point, doesn't really matter, but you know what, I'll do Diplo Freedom and Latin Entente. As long as we can secure a nag with Germany, we should be fine. There we go, with those 2 silent workhorses and PL Laval, we're now getting 1.75 political power a day. Pretty good. Pretty good. Once all your bonuses from laissez-faire are used up, then you can do something like construction too. Anyway, we're going to hire ourselves an army logistics guy. Not massive bonuses, but bonuses nevertheless, and the XP is always good. Oh, even less consumer goods. Alright, have some bombers, Yugoslavia. Oh, it's happened again. In the Baltics, now we have the Latvian Military Directorate. I guess all we need is Lithuania to do something unusual, and now we really will be in a bizarre world. Anyway, now 30 days to go until our invasion of Britain begins, so let's plan a naval invasion, shall we? With the Ghoul, we're going to be hitting the ports around Dover and London, something like this. 2 units in each naval invasion should do fine. 1 unit in this naval invasion, and 1 unit in this naval invasion. Really not the best idea to go through the Channel, but we don't really have much of a choice today. I mean, we could go through Germany, but I think we'll be fine. And our justification on British Malaya is ready. So, first thing, we're going to set all our air force to naval strike and all other operations over the English Channel, and our navy on strike force. That should give us the supremacy we'll need. Although I bet you that our navy will get engaged and probably partially destroyed. There we go. Now let's declare on British Malaya and take down Britain. There we go, we left port immediately. Can we land without too much problem? No, but we should probably break through. Wish I had a force attack right about now, but I don't. Just try and support your attacks on the ports. And of course, break your cipher in Britain, because that should be available at this point. And yep, our navy has been trashed. That took a lot from our navy to do, but we got in, which is good enough. Right, summon the rest of the army and let's take down Britain. Unlike most invasions, we just need to take Britain, so we don't need to do any silly encirclements of, like, London to farm war score today. But obviously trying to support attacks on ports and so as need be. But basically right now, push and go. And this is what the damage was. All of that just for 1 invasion. Didn't even notice that Portsmouth was free, but let's take it. And we are already in London. Good. The UK has probably spread itself quite thin, so if we keep moving, they won't be able to hold us. See, our motorisers are just running amok right now. Don't forget to get a cheap justification on something like Luxembourg, though, because we'll need that later. The UK has basically been cut in half now, which is always good for offensive operations. Need some oil? Okay, Soviets, hand it over. Oh, don't know how they just leave Liverpool right open? Not complaining. More victory points. And the UK is already pretty much done. The main casualty of this war was actually our navy. Oh dear. I think it's true or false. Yep, there we go. It's over. Right, let's puppet first British Malay and British Raj. Doesn't really matter if you do or don't want to fight Japan for it. You should be fine. Anyway, to get the achievement Die Perfidious Albion, we need to control all of the British Isles. Specifically the island of Great Britain, I believe. I don't actually know if Northern Ireland is necessary, but oh well, let's just take it just to be sure. So, take all states. You know what, let's do a little bit of irony. All the way over here is St. Helena, so let's untake that and puppet the UK there. There we go, we puppeted the UK in one little state. Let's finish up. There we go, we took 76 states, and the British Empire was puppeted. Welcome to your new home, St. Helena. Anyway, we really don't need to garrison it, so let's actually just give it back. There you go, enjoy. They make a much better puppet anyway, so we can get all their sieves and mills. There's the achievement part of this done, but the second part is not done. I still want French Canada, so with this quick justification, Luxembourg should be guaranteed by Canada, and we can run amok to get all of Canada, the Benelux, and whatever involved. Oh, what do you know, Canada did guarantee them. This is what's left of our fleet. Oh, it just got completely obliterated. That would have been a legendary naval battle to see. Latin Entente, very good. Now let's try and see what this Congress of Paris would be like. So let's try and get Portugal and Spain in this faction. And there we go, our justification on Luxembourg is ready. Let's go up to partial mode because we'll lose far too much war support to go to war economy just yet. And declare on them. We'll use cheap war goals to take the entire Benelux. So next up, Belgium. Germany wants to give us some volunteers. Okay. Use these cheap war goals to take down whoever you want, but the main point is for me to get the Dutch East Indies. That's what I want in the end. For those resources. And because of our nonsense, Greece is now going to justify on Albania again. So, what did Germany send us? A motorised and free infantry. How nice. Next up after Belgium, the Dutch. But sorry Belgium, time to go. Only just now reassigned the Air Force to actually be supporting the infantry. Down we go, this should not take long at all. The Dutch are always so far flung. Oh, and there they go. Thanks for the 17k equipment though. Oh, who wants to join us? Italy wants to join us? Good. That means reach out to Italy and we'll get bypassed. How rude. Well, I was going to go after Ireland, but I'm going to go after you now, Franco. You refuse us? Nah, I don't live for that. Right, I'll send one army to Gibraltar, just so that doesn't get taken, but the rest of them will go straight for the Pyrenees. Franco has no more than 26 divisions. Well, Franco, since you said no to us, time for you to go. Literally the main problem here is just breaking out of Gibraltar. Nationalist Spain joined allies. I did not expect to see that today, but here we are. And there you go, most of that's encircled, and now that's going taken. Go to La Coruña, Madrid, so on. Those motorised can move so fast. And there you go, Franco's paid for it with us taking his whole country. Well, that's enough. Let's go and take Canada. Right, we're going to have one unit all the way here at Pitcairn Island and invade Vancouver, because I don't want to walk all the way across Canada. And we'll send de Gaulle's units to go and take down the rest of Canada, to go to Newfoundland. The main naval invasion, though, will be around Quebec City. So we only have 9 units available for that, so just mostly infantry to take the port and then spread out. Canada should be taken in no time. Well, at least Portugal said yes to us. Now we can continue our cycle of destruction. You can get as many countries as you want with these cheap war goals, so let's go and get Ireland. Come on, we're just 2 Z zones away. There we go, just making a task force of the 36 subs was enough. Now we can go all the way. Even though that unit I don't think has even made it to Pitcairn yet. Where is it? I've lost it. Oh no, it's just going around Chile. Oh well, for now, de Gaulle will do his invasion of Quebec. Wow, we got in there without even a fight. Not that I'm complaining. Right, to Vancouver. Let's finish this. Don't forget, though, you have a victory point here in Halifax. That's why I have this motorised already in the naval invasion. Go and get it. I think Canada's moved all its units to try and help in the African, quote-unquote, campaign. Well, that happened. Did we take I don't think I even landed in Vancouver. Right, whatever. Let's take who we came to take. Which is pretty much everyone, but I will probably puppet Nationalist Spain. You should have just said yes, Franco. Okay, we could take the Dutch East Indies resources directly. Always a good idea. Whoops, accidentally took a bit of Ireland. Let's give that back. So, no, I am still at war with Denmark. Oh, this is going to be awkward. But anyway, our compliance with Canada is already 75%. We only need 5 more percent, and we'll get French Canada. Meanwhile, Italy is at war with Greece because Greece seized Albania for itself. Okay, Australia is now in the war, so good, I don't have to invade Denmark. Thank goodness. We're going to Australia. This is going to take a while just because we've got to go so damn far. But anyway, we're going to invade Canberra and Sydney, and then just rush down. I don't care about New Zealand in this case. It's going to take how long? It's going to take 3 months to get there. Better grab that non-aggression patch on Germany then. Or at least be ready to. Finally, the units have made it to New Caledonia, although there are some stragglers. Anyway, let's go after Siam, because why not? Right, we are dominating the Mideast. Except Yemen is defiant. But everyone else said, okay. Good. Finally, landfall in Australia, and it looks like Australia's spread out their units too. Right, at this point it's just a question of getting all the way over to Perth, so let's go and do that. Do have the other army here though, ready to do that too. So let's have them invade Perth. And how much does Australia have left? Not much, so I'm guessing we now need to go to something like... Oh, and of course Melbourne. That would be important too. There we go! Ooh, that took longer than I thought it would. But, luckily, we got peace. Now, if you're in a situation like this where Denmark's in the peace deal, be careful, because obviously Germany will eventually come after Denmark. Actually, you know what? I'll annex to Denmark for now. and release them. Why? Because, well, why not? Oh, I was wrong, actually. Only gives Germany a war goal now against Norway, so it looks like we could take Denmark. You know what? Denmark is France now. That is official. So let us see what this Congress will give. They all say yes. So what did that change the borders to? Just gives nationalist Spain Morocco? I thought it would at least give the claimed states over, since, you know, we control them. Oh, that would have been interesting. Maybe that's what it's meant to happen and it's glitched or something. That's a real shame. I would have liked to see what these borders are like, because clearly it's meant to give Portugal its famous pink map claims, give Italy most of East Africa. Does it give them the Suez? No, but it gives them most of Egypt. Well, that's a shame. I hope this gets changed at some point. I get the idea is that you're meant to do it before taking most of Africa, and you're meant to get claims for you and your faction, but still. Well, this is what the event is like, but... And here it is, the Provisional Government of Canada. Our average compliance is 80%. They have our blessing. And there you go, French Canada. Led by Adrian. Might have expected someone else, but no, when there is no other Canadian tag, you'll use the default leader. So here is the leader of French Canada. But yep, we're going to call it here. We have accomplished everything we wanted to do today. We got the Perfidious Albion pretty quickly, I must say. We took Britain so quickly. The cipher was very helpful. I mean, having our navy blown up didn't help, but considering we have Britain as our puppet, we can just annex them, and our navy will be replenished. So, I mean, it worked out in the end, didn't it? Doing France is always pretty fun. You always have to take yourself from probably the worst starting major to a considerable power. If you were going to continue this, wait until Germany invades the Soviet Union and then take them. Shouldn't be too hard. You could probably invade the US at some point before Japan goes after them. But when Japan comes after you, just use Britain's fleet to take them down. Or just try and grab a non-aggression pact. That would work too. So until next time everybody, this has been me, Bubble Zest, doing Die Perfidious Albion. I thank you for watching, I do hope you've enjoyed it. Leave any suggestions in the comments below for future videos, I'm always open to new video ideas. But once more, until we meet again, goodbye.